The great white shark, the most feared name in the ocean, a predator so iconic, so deeply embedded in our fears, that its name alone conjures images of terror beneath the waves. But there is one creature in the ocean that makes even this legendary hunter flee on sight. This is the story of two ocean titans, one built on raw, primal power, the other on something far more dangerous: intelligence. Let's begin with the great white shark. Growing up to 20 feet long and weighing over 2 tons, its jaws deliver a bite so powerful it can tear a seal in half in a single strike. Lined with over 300 serrated teeth arranged in multiple rows, this shark is engineered by evolution to be the perfect killing machine. Its sense of smell is so extraordinary, it can detect a single drop of blood diluted in 10 billion drops of water, sensing prey from over 3 miles away. Beneath its skin lies a network of sensory organs called the ampullae of Lorenzini, allowing it to detect the faintest electrical signals given off by a living creature's heartbeat. For over 400 million years, this predator has ruled the seas, surviving 5 mass extinction events, older than the dinosaurs, older than trees themselves. It is, by every measure, one of nature's most perfect and enduring hunters. And yet, this is the very same shark that abandons its territory the moment an orca appears nearby. Why would the ocean's deadliest, most ancient hunter choose to run rather than fight? To understand that, we must meet its rival. Now, meet the orca. Known widely as the killer whale, though it isn't a whale at all, it is, in fact, the largest member of the dolphin family, and one of the most intelligent creatures on the entire planet. Weighing up to 6 tons and stretching over 30 feet in length, the orca is capable of reaching speeds of 34 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest marine mammals alive. But speed and size are not what make the orca truly dangerous. What sets it apart is its brain, a brain nearly 5 times larger than a human's, packed with a highly developed limbic system responsible for emotion, memory, and complex social bonding. Orcas communicate using unique dialects specific to their individual pods, distinct enough that scientists can identify which family group an orca belongs to simply by listening to its calls. They use echolocation with pinpoint precision, mapping their surroundings in complete darkness and detecting prey hidden beneath the sand or hundreds of feet below the surface. This combination of size, speed, and unmatched intelligence is exactly what makes the orca the true apex predator of the ocean, not through brute force alone, but through calculated, coordinated strategy. In 2017, something extraordinary happened off the coast of Gansbai, South Africa, a region long known as one of the greatest great white shark hotspots on the planet, drawing researchers and divers from around the world to witness these ancient predators up close. But when a small pod of orcas arrived in these waters, everything changed. Within just a few weeks, every single great white shark had vanished from the area, and remarkably, many did not return for years afterward. Marine biologists tracking the sharks found something even more disturbing. The carcasses of great white sharks were later found washed ashore nearby, their livers surgically removed with almost clinical precision, while the rest of the body remained largely untouched. For an animal as dominant and ancient as the great white shark to disappear entirely at the mere presence of another predator is not an ordinary event in nature. To truly understand why, we need to look closely at exactly how orcas hunt, and what makes their strategy so devastatingly effective against even the ocean's most feared apex predator. Orcas never hunt alone. Unlike the solitary great white shark, orcas live and hunt in tightly bonded family units called pods, often led by an experienced matriarch whose knowledge is passed down through generations. These pods function like a trained military unit, with each member playing a specific, coordinated role during a hunt. Some orcas will encircle the target, cutting off any possible escape route, while others create disorienting noise and movement, and a select few close in for the final, decisive strike. This is not instinctive chaos. It is rehearsed, deliberate, and learned behavior passed from mother to calf over years of observation and practice. And their target during a shark encounter is never random. Instead of attacking the shark's powerful jaws or its thick, muscular body, orcas go straight for its most vital and most vulnerable organ. The orca's true target is the shark's liver, an organ that can account for up to 30% of the shark's total body weight and serves as its primary energy reserve, essential for buoyancy and survival. With astonishing surgical precision, a hunting orca will ram or flip the shark upside down, inducing a natural, temporary paralysis known as tonic immobility. In this vulnerable, frozen state, the shark becomes completely unable to defend itself, and the orca extracts the liver with remarkable accuracy, often leaving the rest of the carcass largely intact. This isn't simply an attack driven by hunger or aggression. It is a calculated, almost surgical execution, made possible only through intelligence, patience, and teamwork refined over countless generations. But make no mistake, the great white shark is far from a defenseless victim in the natural world. Armed with over 300 serrated teeth arranged in multiple replaceable rows, its bite force reaches an astonishing 4,000 pounds per square inch, roughly 20 times stronger than the average human bite. It is a master of the solo ambush, relying on stealth, patience, and explosive bursts of speed to launch surprise attacks from below, often breaching the surface entirely in pursuit of prey like seals and sea lions. For millions of years, this strategy has made it virtually unchallenged as an apex predator. But surprise and raw power only work effectively when your enemy is isolated and alone. And the orca, by nature and by design, is never alone. Here lies the fundamental difference between these two ocean giants. The shark is a lone hunter, relying on instinct, ambush, and individual strength to survive. The orca is a social strategist, one that learns, plans, communicates, and adapts constantly alongside its pod. Scientists studying orca populations have discovered that these animals even pass down specific hunting techniques across generations, teaching younger members specialized skills such as intentional beaching to catch prey on shorelines, or coordinated wave-washing tactics used to knock seals off ice floes. This is a form of culture, something once believed to be unique to humans, now clearly observed in the complex social structures of orca pods. And when a hunter that plans, communicates, and adapts collides with a hunter that relies purely on instinct and reaction, the outcome is very often decided long before the confrontation even truly begins. When an orca pod chooses to target a great white shark, the shark is typically left with only two options: to fight or to flee. In the vast majority of documented encounters, the shark chooses to flee, unable to match the orca's superior speed, coordinated strength, and calculated teamwork. Within a matter of minutes, an encounter that once seemed biologically impossible comes to a swift and decisive end. But perhaps the real question here isn't simply who wins this legendary confrontation. It's what this remarkable rivalry is trying to teach us about power itself. The great white shark, a 400-million-year-old survivor, long considered the ocean's most feared and dominant predator, still commands respect and awe throughout the natural world. Yet the orca has proven, time and again, that true dominance isn't built on strength or ferocity alone. It is built on understanding, cooperation, and long-term strategy. This lesson extends far beyond the ocean floor, echoing into the natural world at large, and even into our own lives. In nature and in life, real power doesn't come from force. It comes from the mind that commands it. The true, undisputed king of the ocean is the orca.